Welcome to the Awesome. I'm Big Roy and this is Marvel Strike Force. So I was messing around with my Blitz teams the other day, changing them up, and I put Coulson in one and I played with him a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, he might be good in Arena. So let's test him out. So at first test, I just subbed him in for Vision into my main team. Alright, first thing you have to watch out for is with his ult. If their Phoenix is the highest damage character on their team, you do not want to use that ult the first turn. Instead, we're going to use the special, try to wipe away those buffs. Now that's also another problem we can run into here, is his focus is a little low. He was 70 when I recorded this first fight. And so I have since taken him to 71, and that helped a little bit. But yeah, you'll have resist will be a problem. We'll have to see if that works out any better as I level him up, and then I get that 6th yellow star, which I'm on track to get. Now having your Phoenix go Dark Phoenix this early can sometimes be bad. But we're still okay. They don't have too much burst going on. We're still not going to use his ult because it would take out his Phoenix. We're not ready for his Phoenix to go dark yet. So we're going to use his basic, which is also very good because it takes away 20% speed bar from not only the main target but everyone he chains to. So it's very nice. So even if you're just using his basic, you're getting a lot of value out of him. Alright, so now we can work down their Colossus. Which is quite a bit to chew through. But we always want to get Colossus down if we can, or low enough to die before we work on their Phoenix. I go ahead and just do it because it's going to take a while to get through all that. And once again, we don't want to use the ult because she'll just heal it back up if we aren't able to kill her, so it will be a waste. So instead, we're going to remove some speed bar from all these guys here. Once I decide to do that. There we go. So that's very nice compared to like the Operative and the Medic of S.H.I.E.L.D. where they have to crit. He takes it off no matter what. And also if he assists, he also removes the speed bar. Alright, so we're going to take out Minerva. She can be annoying with the Riz. We do want to get the Ultron down. Alright, got him down. So now it's over because we have a Ultron bot to remove her speed bar. So we've got almost complete control. His taunt is up. That's why we usually want to try to get him lower, but we still have enough of an advantage that we're okay. There we go. So it was a pretty good first test. Didn't get to use the ult. So that is the thing. You'll have to hunt for teams that have a higher damage dealer than their Phoenix. You know, which that's what I thought this would be with a 6 red star Juggernaut. But that does not end up being true. The Phoenix still has higher damage, and it's their damage stat. It's not their overall power or anything else. It is their damage stat and their stats. So you're going to see how it can go get a little dicey if you do use that ult first turn, because I was thinking it might hit the Juggernaut. Still gonna open with the Disrupt on Ultron so we can work on him. Alright, so I'm like, okay, it should hit the Juggernaut. I'm like, oh, no, it hit her. So now she's almost dead. I'm like, uh-oh. That is not good. We don't want her going Dark Phoenix and then they can get a defense up and she'll be able to use her ult and we'll be in for a world of pain. So now we gotta play a little more careful to deal with this situation. Alright, so we did lose her. Our own. Now they've got it. So now it's a race against time. Have to try to fight through this Juggernaut. Alright, we're going to try to use his buff clear. I cleared some of them. Oh, quite a bit of them. So yeah, there we go. And once his focus gets up, I think that'll be even better. Oh no. Our Dark Phoenix is almost dead. His Juggernaut is still up. This is horrible. Looks very bad. We decide to save the ult just in case. Alright, we can get some bots. If anything, it makes the fights more interesting using Coulson. Alright, so we do have the blinds, which is very good. Oh wow, he landed the blind through Juggernaut's buffs. So that saves our Dark Phoenix, and she's able to wipe them almost completely out. It is still close here. Oh, wow, he still had a Riz. Alright, so we got her down. Uh-oh, he's got bots. But we saved the... I know we saved that ult for some reason. Alright, I have to consider my next move very carefully. Everyone's almost dead. If you make the wrong move, you very well might lose. We do that. Get him down. It's still very close. Can't get much closer than that. He has no life and a death proof, so like 1 health. So yeah, it makes it more interesting if you use that ult first turn. Alright, now we're going to try to take on someone we know is going to have higher damage, and that is a 7 red star war machine. As always, open with that special on ULTRON. Alright, so here we go. Ooh, landed the defense down, even threw a defense up. Alright, so that got him down to half. So once I saw that, I was like, okay, maybe I want to try some higher damage guys, as you'll see in the next fights. And we already lost Coulson, so... But the good news is we did get that war machine down to at least half, which ends up being important later on. Alright, we've already gone to Dark Phoenix, and that's why I love facing invisible women in defenses in Arena, because when she gives that bubble to their Phoenix, she's much easier to survive, and you want her to survive as long as possible. Alright, he did get his ult off, which hurt. We're still okay. Go ahead and do that since the war machine is so low. Because if the war machine sticks around at 7 red stars, even his special can wipe out like all your bots. So you do want to get him down. You don't want him to hanging around too long. Alright, so then since we got him low enough, now that will take him out. Go ahead and finish off their ULTRON. Oh, or not, he had death proof. Now we'll finish him. There we go. Alright, and that's all you need. If you have that ULTRON bot that can remove her speed bar, that buys you just enough time. Even with that, because then we can summon some more. Very strong with the speed bar removal. It's also why I like using Coulson in Arena, when you can use his basic and remove the speed bar from up to four enemies. Alright, so that was more interesting also. So at this point I had him at 70. I had put T4s in his passive, which doesn't help at all in this, but in his ult. And then after looking at it in his special, so it can remove all buffs instead of just 3 or 4, I think it was. So definitely worth it when you're facing ULTRONs. So now we're going to face another one we know the damage is going to be higher, and that is a 5 red star Captain Marvel. I decided to switch in Vision and Big Daddy Fury to try it out, see how it goes. Because Fury's going to, at least my Fury, since he's 7 red stars, is going to have higher damage, and he'll get offense up on the ult. Plus, he can give the speed up and defense up, so we can survive that first turn nuke from Captain Marvel, which is very important. We're not going to use her special, instead get some damage on her. Use the ult. She did resist the defense down, which would have killed her if she wouldn't have. So yeah, we still got to work on that focus. Getting that extra star and then taking him up to 75 eventually should help with that. Oh wow, I thought that would have taken him down, but we still got his speed bar out of there. So a little more damage, and if we especially land that defense down, that Captain Marvel's down first turn, which can be very nice. Make it 5 versus 4. But we're still in very good shape. So we got their Ultron down, now their Captain Marvel's down. It is a cakewalk from here. Only threat left is their Phoenix, and we can handle her very well. And we just take her out next, and then we'll take out Colossus. But if you don't have a high Red Star Fury, another one you might try in there is a Shuri, because she can get that quick defense up if you're facing a high Red Star Captain Marvel. Because if that nuke hits the wrong person and they don't have the defense up, you can lose them. Especially your Phoenix. You don't want to lose your Phoenix right out of the gate, because they can be very bad. It makes it much harder to win. Also nice having Coulson with vision. You got 2 buff clears. So if one gets resisted, you get another shot at doing it. Alright, it's just about over now. Down he goes. Oh, another one you can try if you don't have a high Red Star Fury, just your highest Red Star damage dealer that will get called in on that ult, and then hopefully take them out first turn, because it can do a whole lot of damage. All right, there she goes. Alright, now we're going to try even bigger challenge, a 6 red star, 7 yellow Captain Marvel. I'm going to see if we can get her down or low enough to be almost dead. Even with our Coulson being relatively low compared to what he's fighting. Because the one I'm running is 4 red, 5 yellow at this point, and level 70, or 71 in this fight. Of course, we want to start with the quick defense up, speed up. So we can eat that 6 red star nuke from her, no problem. Get some damage on her. We land the defense down. And we don't want to do ability block, because then she'll just pull it onto herself. Oh, so close. Now I could have got greedy here and taken her out, but I decided to summon the bots instead, because you don't want to get behind on the bot summoning, because then they can spiral out of control and take you out. So we almost got her. So a little more work into Coulson, and that would have taken out a 6 red star Captain Marvel first turn, which is very nasty. Big Daddy Fury takes that like a champ. Alright. Got some of them buffs. And then we have the second buff clear. Get some more of them down. It's time to work on that Ultron. And Fury summons are a nice backup to have if it goes sideways and you just need some cannon fodder up there, but usually you just always want to have Ultron summoning and not Fury if you're using him. Like now, for example. And actually, we did luck out because it only summoned 2. If it would have summoned 3, we wouldn't have got all the Ultron bots. So that worked out. Alright, so we've gone Dark Phoenix. does make it a very close match because we're punching up quite a bit here. But if we can get their Ultron down, we should be good. And their Minerva, for that matter. Because she can just res him back. Oh no. And Coulson goes down again. He usually does not survive at this point. But he puts some work in. Do that ult. That's why, once again, why I love facing invisible women defenses. Because she puts all that lovely barrier on their Phoenix and makes her much more survivable. So we can leave her till the end. We'll go ahead and pass those buffs. Also another fun thing with Fury. Because if he gets those buffs from the Ultron bots, then he can pass them to everyone else. Alright, so we have full control now. It is all over. Coulson once again does not survive to see the end. But he put that work in. I'm very interested to see how well he does in the future against some other teams. As I face some other teams, I'm going to do a follow-up video to show off how it does, and as I put more into him, especially once I get that 6 star on him, this yellow star. And actually I've taken down a 7 red star Punisher team that had some other nasty stuff on there. So that will be in the next video for sure. I'm going to try to get a few other fights in there. But there you go. Agent Coulson, not just for Alliance War defense. So I have him at tier 12, 71 at this point, T4s in his passive, ult, and special. But yeah, it's kind of confusing because you think maybe most of this is for war defense, but it's only the one clear positive effects. But you still get the defense down in taunt and the offense up to all shield allies. So it's very good if you have a high red star Fury or just another shield character that's high red star, calling them in and getting that offense up, hitting on them. Then we got the special with the T4, removes all positive effects, which there's a lot of characters now that can put tons of positive effects on their team. But yeah, he's still a little squish, focus at 2400, so that needs to be beefed up a little more to be more consistent on putting that defense down on them and to get rid of their buffs. So we shall see with that. Other characters I used in this video. The Magneto, there's Big Daddy Fury. He's 70, all maxed out, I had to. He's my first and only 7 red star, so I put everything into him. You still can get it done if you don't have 7 red stars, of course, because he's great for that first turn, very quick defense up, and the speed. And then you can pass things later on, and you can call an assist for Coulson, who can remove speed bars. So very nice teammate for this team. Who else did I use? Phoenix, of course. We got her maxed as much as we can at all times. 74, tier 13. T4s in her ult and passive. Vision, tier 12, 74. T4 in his basic, 4 red, 7 yellow. I think it was 4 red on Phoenix. I didn't look. Of course, Ultron, 7. T4s in everything except his passive. And then the Magneto and Juggernaut, they haven't changed much from my other videos I've done with them. Just I've leveled them as I hit each level. So that is going to do it. Thanks for watching. That is Coulson actually doing good in Arena. Who would have thought? You can now join the Big Roy Awesome Discord server that I've finally launched. The link is in the description for that. And if you aren't checking out the Strike Force Massive Launch podcast, you can check that out too. We usually have a episode every week. It's very awesome. That link's also in the description. Till next time, stay tuned and stay awesome.